In the journey of life, we often find ourselves at crossroads times when the old way of thinking, acting, and being no longer serve us. We reach moments of reckoning where we must confront our own limitations and consider how we can evolve into the best version of ourselves. As we stand at the threshold of 2025, the question is not whether change is possible, but whether you are ready to rebuild yourself for the year ahead. Rebuilding is not about starting from scratch. It's about recognizing that the foundation you've built needs strengthening. It's about stripping away the things that no longer align with your purpose and replacing them with habits, mindsets, and actions that will propel you toward your greatest potential. To rebuild is to refocus your energy on what truly matters and to find clarity in a world that often seems chaotic. When you embark on the journey of rebuilding yourself in 2025, the first and most crucial step is to ask yourself a fundamental question: why? Why do you do what you do? Why do you get out of bed each morning and face the day ahead? Why do you pursue the things you pursue? And what is it that truly drives you? Understanding your why is not just a passing thought or something you gloss over in the midst of a busy life. It is the very core of your existence. It is the guiding light that will keep you on course no matter how dark the road ahead may seem. It's easy to get lost in the motions of daily life, to follow routines and responsibilities without ever considering the deeper purpose behind them. In a world full of distractions and demands, it's easy to forget the question that started it all: why? The truth is, without a clear understanding of your why, you'll find yourself adrift. You'll work, you'll achieve, and you'll meet your goals, but the satisfaction will be short-lived because the deep sense of purpose that fuels true fulfillment is missing. When your actions lack clarity of purpose, you may find yourself exhausted, unmotivated, and overwhelmed by the constant pressure of life. This is why, in the process of rebuilding yourself, your first priority must be to reconnect with your why, rediscovering your true motivation. The power of understanding your why lies in its ability to transform every area of your life. When you are clear about the deeper purpose driving you, every decision becomes easier. The weight of uncertainty is lifted, and the sense of direction you gain will empower you to move forward with confidence. Your why is what keeps you rooted when external circumstances fluctuate. It's what sustains you during the tough times when the obstacles seem insurmountable. But how do you uncover your true motivation? How do you dig deep enough to find what truly matters to you beyond the surface level goals of success or achievement? It begins with introspection and self-awareness. Ask yourself questions that challenge you to look beyond the surface of your daily grind. Why do I care about the work I do? Why do I want to improve my relationships? Why do I seek growth and personal development? Sometimes the answers may surprise you. You might discover that your motivation goes beyond personal success or material gain and is deeply rooted in something larger, something that connects you to a greater cause or a deeper sense of purpose. Perhaps you want to leave a legacy for your family or community. Maybe your why is to inspire others, to be a beacon of hope and strength for those who are struggling. Your deeper purpose might involve making a lasting impact on the world around you, whether it's through creativity, service, or leadership. When you discover your why, you'll realize that it's not just about what you can get from life, it's about what you can give, how you can contribute to the greater good. Living with purpose in every moment. Once you've discovered your why, the next step is to live in alignment with it every single day. This means that your actions, decisions, and priorities must reflect your deeper purpose. It's easy to get sidetracked by distractions or external pressures, but when you are anchored to your why, you'll find the strength to say no to what doesn't serve your greater purpose and yes to the opportunities that align with it. Living with purpose in every moment requires consistency and commitment. It's about integrating your why into your daily life, from the smallest interactions to the biggest decisions. When you make decisions with your purpose in mind, you begin to filter out what is unnecessary and focus on what truly matters. For example, if your purpose is to be a role model for others, your behavior must reflect the values you wish to instill in those around you. Your actions must mirror your words. Every choice becomes a reflection of your deeper motivation. You may find that living with purpose also requires sacrifices. You might have to let go of habits, relationships, or routines that don't support your vision. But remember, rebuilding yourself in 2025 is not about holding on to everything. It's about prioritizing the things that matter most. You can't pour into others or grow yourself if your cup is filled with distractions that don't align with your why. When you make the tough choices to focus on what matters, your sense of purpose becomes even clearer, and your path to transformation becomes even more empowered. The power of clarity. Having clarity about your why is one of the most powerful tools you can possess. When you are aligned with your deeper purpose, you make better decisions, overcome challenges more effectively, and create a life of meaning and fulfillment. You no longer find yourself reacting to life circumstances. You begin to live intentionally. This clarity of purpose fuels your drive and determination to rebuild yourself in 2025. It acts as your internal compass, guiding you through both the highs and lows and ensuring that you remain focused on what truly matters. When you are certain of your why, you will be less likely to get caught up in comparisons or distractions. You won't be swayed by the fleeting opinions of others or the pressures of external expectations. Instead, you will walk your own path with confidence and conviction. You will be able to look at setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than roadblocks, because you know that your purpose transcends any temporary challenge. Rebuilding yourself in 2025 requires an understanding that growth is not a linear journey. It is a process marked by discomfort, vulnerability, and the willingness to embrace change. Change is inevitable, but how we respond to it, how we allow it to shape us, is what truly defines our transformation. Vulnerability, too, is often seen as a weakness in a world that values strength and resilience, but it is, in fact, one of the most powerful catalysts for growth. If you are to truly rebuild yourself, you must come to terms with these two fundamental truths. Change is the only constant, and vulnerability is the pathway to a deeper, more authentic self. Vulnerability as strength. In our society, we often view vulnerability as something to be avoided, something that makes us appear weak or unworthy. But true strength lies not in the ability to shield ourselves from pain or discomfort, but in the courage to face them head on. To rebuild yourself in 2025, you must first accept that vulnerability is not something to be ashamed of. It is the birthplace of courage, self-awareness, and connection. Being vulnerable means allowing yourself to be open, to be seen for who you truly are, imperfections and all. It requires the willingness to admit that you don't have all the answers and that you are, in fact, a work in progress. Vulnerability means acknowledging your fears, your insecurities, and your struggles without allowing them to define you. It is through this raw openness that you will learn to build deeper relationships with others, as people are often drawn to those who are willing to show up authentically. When you embrace vulnerability, you free yourself from the burden of pretending to be perfect. You no longer feel the need to hide behind facades or masks, which often create more stress and anxiety. Instead, you give yourself permission to be human, to make mistakes, and to grow. It is in this space that you find your true power, because when you are vulnerable, you are also open to learning and evolving, embracing change as a catalyst for transformation. Rebuilding yourself is impossible without embracing change. Many people fear change because it often comes with uncertainty and a sense of loss. The familiar comfort zone, even if it's not ideal, feels safer than stepping into the unknown. But without change, there can be no transformation. Growth cannot occur if we remain stagnant, clinging to the past out of fear or comfort. Change is not something that happens to you. It is something that you must actively engage with. Change begins within. And if you are to rebuild yourself in 2025, you must be willing to leave behind old habits, outdated beliefs, and patterns that no longer serve you. Letting go of the old can feel painful, but it's a necessary step in making room for the new. Every change, whether big or small, brings with it an opportunity for growth and evolution. Rebuilding requires that you question everything you thought you knew about yourself, your life, and your purpose, It requires the courage to challenge your assumptions, to look at your current reality and ask, is this truly what I want? If the answer is no, then it's time to embrace the change that will get you closer to the life you desire. You may face setbacks, obstacles, and even moments of doubt. The fear of the unknown is real, and it can be paralyzing. But remember, change is not about having all the answers. It's about taking that first step into uncharted territory with the belief that through vulnerability, you will uncover the lessons that are waiting for you. The willingness to change means taking the leap into growth, even when you don't have a clear picture of where it will lead. Releasing control and trusting the process. As you embrace change and vulnerability, it is also important to release the need for control. Much of our resistance to change comes from our desire to hold on to what we know and control every aspect of our lives. But true growth and transformation happen when you let go of the need to micromanage your future. Trusting the process of change is one of the most liberating acts you can make. You can plan all you want, but the journey of rebuilding yourself will never unfold exactly as you expect. Instead of trying to control every outcome, learn to trust the ebb and flow of life. Understand that setbacks are part of the process and that every challenge is an opportunity to refine your purpose and strengthen your character. Letting go of control is a form of vulnerability. It's about being okay with uncertainty, about not knowing what's around the corner, but trusting that the journey will bring you exactly what you need to become who you are meant to be. The less you try to control, the more space you create for miracles, breakthroughs, and unexpected blessings. In embracing change and releasing the need for control, you open yourself up to the infinite possibilities that life has to offer. The power of resilience in the face of change. Embracing vulnerability and change does not mean that the road ahead will always be easy. In fact, it is likely that the most profound growth will come from the most difficult challenges. Resilience is what allows you to keep moving forward despite adversity, setbacks, and obstacles. It's the ability to get back up after you fall and to continue pressing on with renewed strength and determination. Rebuilding yourself in 2025 will test your resilience. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when you question your decision to embrace change and vulnerability. But it is during these times that your true strength will shine. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulty, it's about growing stronger because of it. Each challenge you face will shape you, refine you, and bring you one step closer to the person you are meant to become. As you embrace vulnerability and change, understand that the process of rebuilding yourself will not be easy, but it will be worth it.